Yo, Loki Flex. Cyclone, I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Get to the money, get to the cash. Yo, a Cyclone, you know. I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Chat, chat.
Watch I wanna. Watch I wanna. Watch I wanna.
Yo. Welcome back to One Drop Podcast. This is your boy Lukey Flex.
Tracy Loyal.
Dylan Jada building, people check in.
And you know this is episode 40, end of season 4.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? We made it. Yeah, I know y'all gonna cuss us. We've been away for what, 2 weeks without an episode.
Yeah,
it's been a lot going on, man, and it's it's too much to explain. But
winter time, so we have to hibernate. Hibernate more on crowd,
Yeah, but
that's actually kind of true.
It's been a lot of things, man. Everybody got to pay attention to, their selves and health and all this, especially me.
Me too.
And I've been,
y'all two was out.
Yeah, we were under the weather, as we say. You know what I mean? So
doing better though.
Yeah.
Didn't sound.
Yeah, and I was under the weather too. For you know what I mean?
So I was scared to come around. I don't know what was going on. I'm like, first it's you, then you.
Yeah.
Jesus Lord.
So. You know what I mean? But we back, man, by the grace of God.
And I never COVID.
Yeah, never COVID. It wasn't COVID. No, so, you know what I mean? Get that out your head.
Regular cold people.
Yeah. Regular flu.
Still exists,
you know what I mean?
Regular cold still like going on.
Yeah.
Still like around. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, but, we back in the business, in the building now.
Yes.
So,
yeah, man, check in, man.
Yeah,
check
in. Back in there. But anyway, I know we missed a lot, a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of things going on in the news, but this week, the week that we are, due to be back,
there's a lot going on.
A lot going on this week.
Yeah,
we're
right on time.
You're right on time, definitely. But reggae music. First, let me give a background. Reggae music is Jamaicans' music. This is a big part of our culture. A lot of how y'all know. That's if you're not Jamaican or you're not from the West Indies, if you listen to reggae music, that's how you get to know our culture, is through our music first. So it's important that we, keep that, that background, that reputation, that level of respect, and the principles of reggae music, to a high standard. And I think this week has been tested. You know what I mean? Tested in the worst way. It's my opinion, but I feel like we could talk about it. One of my favorite singers, a new artist, I could say.
Fairly new artist.
Yeah, fairly new.
Like
two to 3 years. He's been out.
Yeah.
New artist.
Yeah. So, and she been ripping up the charts with with her songs.
Yes.
And I was one of the ones in our group that was
I'm a fan.
cheering for Lila when she just came out as a freestyler. Lila Ike I'm like, yo, she gonna be the next one. She gonna be the next one. You know what I mean? So I was always a fan, and but this week she shocked the world. You know what I mean? With her coming out with saying that she like women and she make reggae music. That's one of her tweets that she made. So I don't know, like I'm very conflicted of how to really feel about her statements. And I mean, because I like her as an artist, and that's the thing that we have to realize too, is not to put the artists and their lifestyle together, but you have to in a certain way.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. You got to keep them. You got to keep. Because of the culture, you got to keep them honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, so what do you guys think about her announcement this past weekend?
Well, okay. So first of all, her tweets was a little bit kind of cryptic in a kind of way, but then when she did the last one, she was just like, "What, I do reggae music and I like girls."
Yeah,
not around saying something around that. I didn't take well with that. Like, for me, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah,
and you just like it's nothing. Like, just put it out there. Like you don't have to explain anything to me.
Because whatever you do in your bedroom is your business.
Exactly.
But at the same time, when you are, singing about the culture of Jamaica, and you're singing about the liberty of people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you come off as a Rastafarian type artist. You're not a Rastafarian, but you come off.
Rasta music.
Yeah, she do Rasta music. So if you're doing that type of music and you have to do what,
but she also preaches that though.
Exactly. Yeah, she does preaches that also.
Then if you went over to her, because I remember seeing that it says that she went live. So me clicking on the live, I'm supposed to be at work, but hey,
yeah.
I clicked on the live. I'm like, okay, she going live, but her live really had me kind of like. I was worried in a kind of way because nothing she was saying makes sense.
Yeah, because
it was so weird.
It was. I seen it live, and it was weird because you would talk. She's talking to another a producer that is Zaya. Yeah,
there we go.
So talking to him, and basically she's telling the story of what transpired in weeks, and because she's saying leading up to that point.
Yeah.
So she's telling the story, but she basically
we're not getting
but she's feeding Zaya what to say. You know what I mean? Zaya not saying nothing
true.
really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? True. So he kind of in the live,
he
like
was uncomfortable.
You can see he uncomfortable. It's an awkward conversation.
They all know. That's why they all uncomfortable. All of them know what going. I'm right now to come out and I'm try to do. What's the thing called? Damage control.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's why you get tweets. That's why you get live videos.
I thought it was really weird.
Yeah.
I just timing.
Yeah.
And look out for Lila on the concert with Spice too.
Lila, it may happen.
Look out for you, all of them.
And the thing about
bungle them, dirty bungle, dirty bungle. We're married there.
No, listen.
Yo, we're married there.
The thing with it is,
hey, dirty bungle revival. We are gonna call him.
Oh shit,
dirty bungle. Dirty bungle.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Mari sang for hit, yo. Mari sang for hit.
Yeah.
Mari goal to the world.
Oh God.
Yeah, man.
But also, I was
sorry,
kind of.
our real name. Our name changed. Our name changed.
But also, to me, her being on Instagram and her posts, I'm also kind of worried though, because she came out, you can tell she's not she's not comfortable within her skin. There has to be something behind it.
Lila, just judging off her posts and her lives, and you see her, she's not comfortable of putting her lifestyle out there. You can see that obviously.
And don't be a public figure.
But at the same time, but people been in that lifestyle, right? And don't say a word. They didn't come out and say, "Oh, we may have
not in these times."
Yeah, not in these times, but
internet age.
Like no. I'm saying like, all right, say like
back in the book days, yeah.
Like
you can live a private life.
Back in the all right, say Leo, like these 70s and 80s artists. Not talking about Jamaican artists. I'm talking about like souls and R&B artists back in the days that made music, but we suspected that they were homosexual, but they never came out. They never said nothing. They never had no relationships out there and whatever.
But why it's not out there? Because no internet.
No. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about them as a person, not saying I'm a homosexual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's probably people in reggae like that now too.
It's probably been people in reggae doing that.
Some people I can support them when I say, dirty bongo. May I see you all on it? Hey. It's the year of Aquarius, right? It's exposure.
Exposure.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Everything I come out of the closet.
It's coming from left to right.
R. Kelly, they lock up R. Kelly. No things about come out of the closet.
So to me,
free R. Kelly, yo.
Oh, you wildin', right?
Lock up a dirty bongo them.
But I mean, well, back to the whole thing. So she came out. Jada Kingdom came out,
which is a shocker to me. Because I thought that man that she been posting up and giving a surprise birthday for was her boyfriend the whole time.
It was just like so weird.
Yeah,
how everything just happened.
You know, I suspected that she probably dibble and dabble. You know what I mean? But at the same time, being fully, homosexual or whatever.
Maybe they might use it like, remember Nas X come on saying they might use it for make money. Maybe that's what they might do.
Well,
maybe it's a money.
I don't know.
Over morality type of thing.
Actually,
maybe it's a money over morality type of thing.
Maybe.
After Jada Kingdom came out, then the whole headline was Spice is going to be performing at the Pride
Parade in Canada. Yeah.
Yes.
So I can't it leads me to not think about this is not, a coincidence. It leads me to feel like this is something that they're putting together and forcing down Jamaican artists and Jamaican lovers of dancehall down their throats. It's saying like, well, y'all just gonna have to accept what we're doing. And I think this is the point where do dancehall and reggae music go off into a ditch, or does it fight these people that's making these changes and put them out?
Right now, if you look, I'm going to analyze the thing and be real, because then people that maybe get real, because me kind of biased towards them, because me that try to push them, because I say, young youth, them and them do reggae, and we want to see young youth in reggae music, so we try to push and support them, but you see how them move hype, and you see how them move humble, and then you see how them use the music, and now you see how them use and turn the music, I know how them
because
move.
This culture is what push you to the top.
Yeah, of course.
If you're really, really, really true, you have to judge them hard now. If you really look upon it now, most of them musically, it's like their market is not Jamaica.
That is true. True.
So it's like Jamaica have a natural thing within it, like we know who to support them. Like it's like a natural flavor. Like if you don't come off, if you don't give it the right feeling, Jamaica say your spirit not take you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
We spirit never take them from first. From first, we spirit never take them. But we try to give them a little support.
Yeah.
I say, push through and say, all right, man, look at you that do reggae music. And, Chronics and Prodigy and them, they have a look, they united together too. All of them part together and tour together. And
it's crazy because I'm saying that whole group.
So, dirty bongo. But is it all of them move together like that,
But
so,
I you know what? The thing about it is, and I think a lot of people that, that's not, they're probably watching this and asking why we probably going so hard on these artists that basically just came out is because Jamaican.
I don't think I'm going hard.
Well, we're not really going hard, but we're not putting no excuses out for them.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So
a lot of people make a lot of excuses.
People making a lot of excuses.
This whole time.
And I think the reason why we're doing that because this is not normal in reggae music. This is not normal.
Exactly.
It's not a normal thing in dancehall music.
No, this is shocking for me.
This is shocking for
all my whole years of living. I never heard this. It's shocking.
You never heard of an artist that came out like that.
They so nonchalant about it. Like
exactly.
That's what I have an issue with.
Exactly.
Like
that's what I have an issue with.
They're not respecting music at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now I feel like the whole subject surrounding this whole topic of being out there. But my whole thing is now as for the culture. Like, I feel like we're just like stuck. Like, where do we go from here, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We have a new set of youth, then we are come, we are going to hold the thing.
I get it. But this is like really, this is major.
It is major.
Hero,
Yeah.
Black Hero and them. And them with a focus span, like in new set, the new generation will come.
And I get it.
Look, they might try to hold them down to, you know, dirty but dirty but me not want to talk to you. I'm
just looking at it as culture-wise.
Culture-wise,
It's just like, I feel
culture-wise, we're always going to be good.
You think so?
Of course, we don't have to listen to their music, yeah.
No, it's not. It's not about them. It's not just them.
Their music is not like
no.
It's not no groundbreaking music that you have to ever
listen to what I'm saying.
No.
Listen to what I'm saying. It's not about just their music. It's about the people that's coming after them. You understand? And if they,
but let me say, their market is not Jamaica, so it's Jamaican youth. Then we are come after them. Nah, it's really not really affected.
So now,
that
listen.
Help them to move further, right?
But listen to this. Listen to this factor, right? Or this fact, right? I mean, not this fact, but this little thing, right? That I'm thinking that may happen, right? So this little girl that's a young artist, aspiring young artist or whatever, wants to be a musician or a singer or whatever, right? This little girl looks up to Lila, looks up to Jada or whoever, right? And they look at Lila and her career and seeing that, you know what? She did this and she made it to that market. She did this and made it to that market. So that's what I'm worrying about as future Jamaican artists. Yes,
exactly.
You're setting up a generation to fall into these other type of traps. Now,
dirty bongo.
That's what I'm saying. What's going to happen to the culture?
Exactly. So now I feel, to me, it's like, okay, you have your hardcore old time Rasta fair music, like, you know, over here. So then you have them. What would I call them? Fashion dread.
Yeah.
You know. So now it's just like it's just gonna be floating.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna be forced to pick a lane.
Yeah, so youth you come like you have conscious, you have a youth named conscious, and you have Black Hero and them people that do real reggae music. Mm-hmm. And then not change. Me know people them enough to trust them kids. But listen. I'll Jesse.
But listen this now.
Oh my God.
Oh man,
listen what I'm saying though, right?
Yo,
you said the couple artists that's coming up that's doing real reggae music, right? Now
we look for them myself.
Yeah, you like, but the thing about it is the more exposure that you have, or because the music that they're making, they're not going to reach those markets that these artists are making because of all the little things that they have behind them. That machine behind them is strong.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Our behind them make them call them
exactly.
So industry.
Yeah, that machine behind them is strong.
So industry plants.
They cannot.
All of them are industry plants.
Because look, Lila signed to MCA, right? Mm-hmm. You got Jada signed to another foreign record label. You got Coffee that signed to, I don't know if it was Columbia or something like that.
Something big.
So another it's a
Spice.
I don't think she signed to nobody yet. She's not signed to nobody yet.
She has to sign to somebody.
I don't think she signed to nobody. No, she doing that show, but I don't think she signed to a record label yet. No. You know what I mean? But
I think her last album
was being in Love and Hip Hop.
I think it was VP. Wasn't it VP?
VP is still a Caribbean I guess. Record label.
VP, I want to rap people.
This nigga. Yo.
Allegedly.
Yeah, do say that.
Please
say that.
Because
them too. They were trying to go like them make up a culture. Yo, someone need to go sit down, man.
Listen, bro. All I'm talking about is the change in our culture right now, and
it's huge.
They talk about Jamaicans as being homophobic and all of these things, and these are the things that we grew up not saying that. Everybody, we have a different culture.
We like different
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you can't like what you like, but we like what we like.
And the thing about it is, we're not bashing people that live that lifestyle, because if you live that lifestyle, that's your lifestyle. I'm not gonna be into you know, I'm not gonna force my ways on nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
And exactly. So I don't expect nobody else to force their ways on me. You know what I'm saying? So
that they might try to do.
Exactly.
With this little revival, people.
So,
revival.
But
being say something wrong when they come and talk about reggae revival. No. Revival and reggae don't go together. Then two things they don't go together. You know? It's like an oxymoron. It's like an oxymoron.
When you hear revival, you think about church.
Right?
You know what I mean?
You think about reggae. You think about Rasta thing.
Yeah, right.
Like. You know what I mean?
Yo,
we
all got caught up.
Yeah,
we all got caught up in the marketing, and we all got caught up.
Because at the same time, we were fighting for that movement,
yeah,
that young movement, that young Rasta movement.
I think that's what it is, because everybody kind of like put a pause on dancehall because we see where that go into a thing, and everybody was pushing for the reggae music. The hardcore reggae music.
This is like hardcore reggae music to come back.
This is like a shocker.
Because we still have Iway on them. We still have Iway and switch.
When Chronics and Protege just become hot, and I was like, yo, I said these younger youths, I said they gonna take over.
Exactly.
I like them little youths right there going to take over the game, and you're gonna see a different trend of music that kind of gonna fit with our lifestyle as younger youths, and still have that old feel to it.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. But
and the positivities,
you know what I mean. But at the same time, now
look what's
I don't know what everybody's saying. Like I didn't hear a response from.
What they might do behind curtain?
Yo,
no for them say they might. Hey, Chronics, you tell them long time, you know.
Yo.
If you know Chronics, and I separate yourself still, you know, I know.
I do know.
But they might say, I'm no sir.
Listen.
Whenever they did that talk about back that time. Whenever do behind curtain. What are they think of them? You think a long time Chronics are talking about them?
Yeah. Maybe so. I don't know.
What they do is song.
But that's way before. That's way before them, though. That's way before them.
You don't trust yourself neither, don't you?
Listen, man. I don't. Listen, I just know that these are the artists that they link with heavy. You know, Protege obviously, you know, brought Lila to the forefront.
Yes.
You seen Chronics brought out Coffee to the forefront. You know what I mean? These are the young ladies that we see as the new future of reggae.
Oh my God.
Well, listen, I'm not going to put out nobody name that have not come out or whatever and said nothing. You know what I mean? Because we can suspect and we can assume these artists
but the name will come up.
You know what I mean?
In the news, the names coming up.
The names are coming up from other artists, but those artists have not. Coffee never came out. Janai never came out. So I can't say that these artists are homosexual or whatever. So I'm not gonna put that out there and say these artists are homosexual because they never came out themselves. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Point,
yeah. So you can suspect what's going on or whatever. You know what I mean?
But no. But you know,
you're not out there. You understand?
It's called cosmic irony.
Yeah,
bro. You was like,
but listen, these like I'm not. Now Lila came out, Jada came out, so we could basically speak about them.
Two.
Yeah.
So. Not to cut you off, but to bring it to the next little thing I see going on in the media or all over. So of course, Lila Ike came out.
Yeah.
Jada Kingdom.
Yeah.
Of course. Now, I don't agree with everything that he say all the time, but unfortunately, this time I have to agree with Futa.
Yeah, Futa definitely hit some points in his live identity.
The viral king. We all know who he is. Okay.
I don't listen to him normally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, some things he said just go left. I mean, can't better. But
Futa talk facts.
Yes.
Futa facts.
Futa facts.
Yeah.
So I watched his live, which was like an hour or more long.
Yeah.
But I had to. I really had to, because he actually brought up some great points. And like he said, in quote, once it become public knowledge, he have a right to give his opinion.
Of course.
Of course, everybody is saying chat too much, but he actually makes sense.
Listen, he's a blogger. He has his
too much because they
opinion.
don't like what I said.
Yeah.
People don't like the truth, right?
Yeah.
So they say anything.
Exactly, and that's when he was just saying, like, he called it a sin, which basically we all know is the truth. You know,
It is.
So,
if you
According to his Christian belief.
Christian belief,
yes,
yeah,
that's what I was getting
Christian,
to next.
Chris,
According
yeah.
to his Christian belief, it's a sin.
Yeah.
You know, so in the live, he was basically trying to break it down from, you know, him. We all know he have connections in the business, and say he know for a long time, but in their wait for it to, you know, become public knowledge before he speak on it.
Yeah.
Which I commend him for, because normally we know stuff without done run with it, but
Yeah.
now he's changing things up. And you know, him say Ras tuku tuku, link him
Yeah.
and tell him certain things, and he
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. You know,
Yep.
so I mean, a lot of people was just trying to tell him to be quiet and everything. But on the other hand, I'm just like,
It's this internet generation, yo.
Yeah.
Internet
That's another
generation,
thing, too.
mad, ignorant. Like, listen, when people talk facts, and if you sit down and listen,
And
you
the-
can't tell them to shut up. You can't tell them the facts.
And the thing about
to
it
shut up.
is,
Exactly.
you this internet age, everybody have
They
their own.
support beer fuckery.
That too.
that's another thing.
And the thing about it, like
did
you
speak on
can't,
that.
you cannot just
Blindly
you can't
support
blind.
shit.
Yeah, you have the love of an artist. I love Lila Ike music. You know what I'm saying? I love her music. But the thing about it is, I can disagree how she live, but I don't. It doesn't have nothing to do with me. I can't change that. That's her. That's
Exactly.
her life.
Yeah, but you can still have
But
your opinion.
I can have my opinion.
Exactly.
And you can't beat me for my opinion because it's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You might not agree with it,
Yo.
but
everybody
you just can't beat somebody for their own opinion.
Exactly.
The whole industry, son. You see me?
Everyone is basically
Listen,
just
man.
in shock right now.
And Jamaicans, Jamaicans and Caribbeans, y'all should already know the culture of Jamaica. Not saying that our culture is always right. Y'all don't. It's not. I'm not saying everybody's culture is always right.
And
But
I'm not saying that change can't happen within
Exactly.
the culture.
Yeah.
Also,
But-
so don't take it wrong.
Exactly.
Like, changes happen.
But the thing about it is, it's happening this whole week. Been this conversation of these artists coming out
Yes.
and the way they came out. I don't feel like it was tasteful.
Don't sell yourself for money. I lie them a tell. Money, that money thing. Money
So-
over morality. That
Yeah.
them a deal with, but we are deal with morality over the money.
Yes. And the
Yes,
thing
I mean-
about it is, a lot of Jamaicans, they saying, all right, we'll let these people live their lives. Of course, let the people live
nobody
their
not
lives.
kill them.
Nobody's
Exactly.
killing them. Nobody's
Nobody
threatening them
not
to kill them
threatening them.
either.
They're
still gonna be there.
Exactly.
They just attack.
But the thing about it is, in Jamaica,
This is strategic.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But in Jamaica, right, it's still a law that boogering is
Yeah.
That law is not being enforced.
it's not being enforced.
not,
But boogering
but
is
it's the law.
it's
But
the law.
It's never been enforced.
Boogering is against the law. That and
It
if
is
y'all
never been enforced.
if y'all don't know what boogering is, right? Is when a man and a man is together sexually, right? So these are women, so it don't apply to them. So we can't go into their bedroom and say you can't do this or you can't do that. But if two men are found together in Jamaica, together sexually, they can be charged and tried. And it's a law. If you don't believe me, Google it. Please Google it. You will see is not, because this is the laws that fall in from the 1800s in Jamaica.
Right on up.
And it never got taken off the books. So this is how strongly our culture is against
And like
same sex,
and-
relationships.
Not to cut you off, and the law is still there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like when it do happen, then you have the jungle justice just jump.
That's
come into play.
See that, and that's
that
another.
come into play. So that's
don't
why
come
I
into
feel
play
like
either.
yes, it do. Seriously, what happen when you find out someone else look
That's
boy
just
them
a
in that
rare-
community?
it's the
I bet you might. The
rare
first thing they do,
occasion in the
I go
media.
beat the boy. Right?
That's true.
It happens.
That's true.
It happens.
Rare.
I'm not.
Rarely, bro.
Rare.
I'm nowadays.
Come
No,
on.
nowadays.
It
No,
happen even
nowadays.
after me.
No, nowadays. It doesn't happen like that.
Nowadays, but back then,
Nowadays
that's
it-
what they
nowadays
was
it
going
can't happen.
for.
Yeah, nowadays
No,
they.
no,
It rarely happens.
Back in the
It
days,
really
yes.
happened.
Yeah, it really
What
happened.
I'm saying, okay, the law is still there, but people in that community do the whole jungle justice. As soon as they find out, say, hey, say, I want fish, yeah. Somebody just have to start a rumor.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as they see him, they beat him. So
it
that
happens.
kind of...
It's rare, though.
All right.
It happens, but you know what I mean. I'd say nowadays that's not the thing. I think everybody kind of these new youths that's in Jamaica right now. They kind of keeping a blind eye to whoever is living their life, and I feel like that's how people need to be. But at the same time, you need to keep that structure. If you have a culture that I'm not saying cultures have to stay the same forever, but right now, that is the culture. We don't have that lifestyle. We don't have that lifestyle in Jamaica that we feel like, okay, this person needs to be with, that person and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Here in America, it's fine. Everybody live their life. But that's not the culture that we come from. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not the culture that we come from. But it's now everything that America does, Jamaica does now.
That me not like.
So that's where it is now.
This because I said this to you a few weeks ago. I be on YouTube, and there's a couple of Jamaican vloggers and YouTubers that I actually like because they keep it authentic.
Yeah.
No, they keep it authentic.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, them
SOS
everybody's
in that bush cook food, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh, them the people there, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so now when I go and I see some other YouTubers, it's just like, man, I watch one local YouTuber from up here in England. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do a day in my life. Okay, I'm gonna show you what's in my refrigerator. I see those every day. Like, give me something that's authentic about Jamaica. No, all the Jamaican YouTubers, I'm sorry, I can't me stop watch certain of them. Because it's the same thing. It's the same thing I'm watching here. And if you got Jamaica, it's just like you have a beautiful island. Show me the island.
Yeah. But I feel like people feel like that's too cliche, I guess. You know what I mean? That live in Jamaica that's doing vlogging or anything like that. I think they see everybody doing it, so they try to do something different. And that
is a beautiful island that is huge.
No, I'm not saying
in the country that haven't been to St. Thomas.
Yeah, it's true.
In St. Thomas that haven't been to White Toast.
I get it. I get it, but I feel like
the country for what it is.
I feel like when you're in Jamaica, you have too much of people with foreign minds. You have foreign mind. Like, they see everybody that's getting all these hits on YouTube and all these followers on you or subscribers on YouTube, and they see what they do and they try to do the same thing. So
you have to do that though.
You have to
do what works.
I understand.
You do it. You got to do what works.
You do what works.
That's what they're doing.
I understand that you do what works, but
it's working for them too.
Yeah, it is because they got the subscribers. They have
That's the crazy thing about
it's
it.
monetized.
It's for them.
That's why I stick with MTM. Okay, yeah. I love me some Tammy and Wayne Marshall. I'm sorry,
what's that?
Tammy and Wayne Marshall, the Mitchell family. Yes, everything. I love their YouTube channel.
Man, I know it's celebrity,
but it's authentic.
Yeah,
like some
it's
celebrity.
Authentic. I love their YouTube channel. When I said
next thing I know, they can't tell us then this and that. Dirty bongo.
Yeah,
that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Dirty bongo.
Listen, man. Let me just give my closing remarks. With these things that's coming out, with these younger artists, I feel like it can be. Like I said earlier, a stepping stone to a younger artist that's looking up to these artists to be the same thing or do the same thing as them, and that's why it's so concerning to me about keeping our culture honest and keeping it, authentic as it should be. And I think that when you have different type of lifestyles in personal lifestyles, and then you bringing it over to the music, it kind of makes it, makes the music kind of deteriorate. You know what I mean? Even though it's a good song or whatever. You know what I mean? Because you're looking at this artist as how a congregation is looking to a preacher. You know what I mean? Everybody, when you go to a church, you look for inspiration from that person that's giving, supposedly giving you the word of God, right? So when we look at one of these artists now, they're basically showing their lifestyle, their inspiration, through that song. And now you have a little one that's listening to your song and also see your lifestyle. I feel like it's going to be confusing for them.
Message is definitely confusing.
It's going to be really conflicting for them, and they're going to have to choose a path of the path rule. Which way I'm going to have to do it? Which way, which way should I, live my life to make these great songs? You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like we have to be responsible, especially when we have an audience. We have, these big followings, and you don't know who watching you. And I'm not saying that you need to change your life, but if you're going to talk about the greatness and inspiration, I feel like you're going to be a real artist and talk about your lifestyle, because you're making all these songs that's saying
your first song should have been about your lifestyle.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean?
So we can make the decision whether or not we want to be a fan.
The thing about it was, that's what I'm saying. You should be, if you want to be on that market, the saying, I'm this, sing about that.
Yeah.
And a lot of these artists that are, homosexual or whatever, either Jamaican or American or whatever, they don't sing about that. They sing about it where it's on the line. You know what I'm saying? Where you can't pick.
Trying to be activists, act like they're trying to be activists.
Yeah,
fake ass activists.
Yeah. Like they're on the line, bro.
I mean,
because
you cut you off, but Lil Nas X, he sing about it. And he doing.
Well, I don't listen to him, so I don't. I really don't hear. Like, all right, so I'm just gonna put out an example, right? So Sam Smith, right?
Oh, I love that.
You never knew he was singing about a man until he told you, right?
Exactly.
Because he never said her, him, or nothing.
You're so right.
You understand? So that's how you know. That's
his first album.
And also suspect something.
And also
no, but he never.
And let me tell you.
Write a song about a person. You're gonna talk them
exactly. So now and let me tell you how Jamaican. And let me tell you how Jamaican is not biased to gay people that make music, because we listen to George Michaels, we listen to Boy George.
Yeah,
and these are songs that played. No, you can't. Don't say Luther, because Luther never came out.
Okay.
Luther never came out. Don't talk about the dead either. So I'm just telling you, it's not about. It's because once Jamaicans love a song, we like a song. A song is a song, but at least we know where you stand. You understand what I'm saying? We know where you stand, so we know. All right, we don't have to expect nothing different from this person.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But don't tread that line. Don't tread that line and
don't use the culture.
Real.
Like, you're using the culture to get
exactly.
here, and then when you're here, you want to put it out there, and then we should just take it just like that. Like, nah, I'm sorry. I just didn't. I don't know. It's not
people use reggae and Rastafari.
You use the culture. You're using the culture.
Then Rasta and they sing so Lula, Silla.
Snoop did it. Almost won. Did he win a Grammy off his album?
And then
Snoop did that shit.
Boss. But say easy for boss.
Yeah.
Grow your dreads, sing some Selassie song, and your boss.
Shit.
That's crazy. Eddie
Murphy did a reggae song, and that shit, he ain't got to grow no dreads or nothing like that. That nigga had the whole reggae album.
Using the culture, like.
Yo, culture go live on without to know, you see me?
Listen, man. What I'm trying to say is,
now you know the real people them come out and defend the thing too.
Yeah,
you really like how people
and
them
then
come
try
out
to censor them at that, because they had reported.
They might try to censor us.
I went over there. I was like,
nah, they closed that joint down.
That's why I shut it down.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Because she said that she giving it 24 hours and shut down that page shut down.
You said check and then my page get shut down. So
you know how I am. It was 24 hours. So I was over there like, what happened?
Listen, man. And And the thing, just want to give a little thing about that too, because we didn't get this. We didn't really talk about Spice. Spice doing the Pride concert or whatever. That's her choice, really and truly.
Yeah.
Is nobody can tell her how she want to make her money. It's this. It's her choice.
It's the same thing as then you can't bash Layla.
No, hold on. No, I wasn't done. I wasn't done talking. You cannot choose for nobody how they make their money, right? You cannot choose how they make their money is their business. But the Spice situation doing that concert is wrong in so many levels. It's wrong in so many levels because this is not what dancehall is, and this is not what dancehall is for. And I feel like doing pride, the people that are in that lifestyle and in those communities, they know what reggae music stands for, and they know what dancehall is standing for also. So you want to get a dancehall artist is just a medal on y'all patches, and y'all saying, "Oh, we got one, we have another one." You understand what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. So it's basically a divide and conquer thing. If you could divide that thing,
for it.
And yeah, that's what it is.
She fell for it, basically.
You understand? Because I'm not gonna hire a DJ for my party that I know that don't like me. Why would I try to do that? You understand? If my organization don't rock with your organization, why would we work together for your event?
And she also had to know it was going to cause a huge problem.
She but she liked that spotlight. She liked the spotlight, and she liked being in the conversation.
And that made me kind of butter with that sometimes, because to me it was just like, okay, would you say she's a queen of dancehall or self-proclaimed queen of dancehall? I don't know.
And please believe, and please,
queen of dancehall.
No, that's self-proclaimed. Nobody said, nobody gave her that.
Nah, she was the queen. She was the queen. Who? Title take back.
No. Nobody gave her that, because ladies, if Lady Saw didn't go to Christianity, she still be the queen.
Nah. Spice was a queen even when Lady Saw was out.
Nah.
And if you think about it now, it's just like
self-proclaimed, bro.
When it comes to the whole female dancehall artists, it's just like, Jesus, we barely know how none already. And now this whole bullshit with Spice, so it's just like, God damn it.
Yeah, Spice must be the leader.
Exactly. That's what I want to get out. Like,
listen, bro.
Okay,
but that's why
you do your thing, though.
It's the attack, but it's like it's not even. It's just a small synopsis of what's going on in the overall life period. Isn't that life?
And we're just speaking just on behalf of the culture, not the person
and not the personal itself. Yeah, and that's why.
But what's going on in dancehall right now is just what's going on in life. Period. What's going on overall in life? I just say thing I go. Then people try push something down people's throat when nobody don't want to accept, and they force it down your throat. Two things they force down your throat now when nobody don't want to accept. You see me I say? And we can't say two things because if you say them, badly. You see me I say? People, if you can't work if you don't do this, you can't fly if you don't do this. You see me I say? They might force it down your throat, right? This next thing. They might put it in a movie. They might put it in a show. They might put it in a comics. They might put it on the radio. They might put it in a song. Then put it on the music videos. Then put it in books. Like,
and they getting taught about it in school.
Yeah. So they might force it down your throat, but we don't want to accept it, right?
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. And
I don't worry, because once you with force, what I know about, like, this is science. It's that with force, there's always equal force pushing back in the opposite direction.
Yeah, always.
So you don't have to try. Like, you don't have to do nothing. You just have to just live your life and stay focused on where you live your moral life.
And please,
and don't be and stop. Not even stop listening, but like, don't be bothered with these people. Like, make them do them thing. And
listen, and at the same time, we're not bashing. We're not bashing anybody how they live.
No,
not bashing anybody on how they live. We're talking about standing up for our culture.
It's the culture.
Get play again.
You know what I mean? It's standing up for your culture, and I feel like anybody that have some type of respect for their own culture and how they grew up or whatever and where they come from is going to stand up for their culture. And like, if you see a difference in culture,
people that's put in place to stand up and to let people know to stand up are selling out the culture. So people
there
don't
we
know.
go. And it's so back to speaking about the culture.
They're forcing it down people's throat. They've been buy out everybody. Everybody buy out.
Yeah.
The media buy out. The police buy out. The fans buy out.
listen,
Artists them buy out.
And
They buy out everybody, bro.
Yeah,
They have big check on them people. Them just like I don't know, yo.
Hey,
anything
man.
for money.
But at the same time, man, I just feel like we just need to, just listen to each other's opinions. Don't take it as Bible because you don't have to agree with what
Exactly.
what
Everybody
I'm
entitled to
saying.
their own opinion.
You know what I mean? But I could put out my opinion and I can say, that's how I feel, and you could just take it with a grain of salt. I don't, what I mean? Somebody can, agree with me too. So it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's
You
no
might
hard
disagree, but
feelings.
Somebody else might agree.
You know what I'm saying?
And later you might turn around and agree.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
basically.
And I feel like we as a whole, as a culture, we need to take some of these things seriously, because in the long run, it's going to affect our music. It's going to affect our how we bring up our kids in this.
It's already affected.
Yeah, it is, and
In a lot of ways too.
so
It's crazy.
it's
Dropped the ball a long time.
yeah, it's a lot.
Not to cut you off, but it's just like, okay, I remember, I think it was 2020. I remember reading an article. It's a European-based media outlet, and they were talking about the different genre of music. And, also in that article, they were speaking about replacing reggae with Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Okay. People, like, come on. That, to me, was just like, what the fuck? Like, Afrobeat. I have nothing against Afrobeat, trust me. But reggae always been on that list when it comes to the genre.
Yeah.
Okay. If that is replaced with Afrobeat, then it becomes to the point where, Jesus, can we just have one thing that's just for,
They're
us?
saying that to divide the connection that's going on right now between the dancehall
Exactly.
and the African artists.
So
Yeah.
that's why we need to keep the culture of our music strong.
Listen,
That's
Not
why they say
divided.
that
it can, but it is going to be divided,
There's
as you
always
see.
been Afrobeats, there's always
Yeah,
been reggae.
yeah,
And
they
but
always work together.
Together.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like we have to keep the culture of the
Them
music
people that in Europe,
authentic.
when they might write and talk, when if you just don't listen.
I just thought it was interesting
And
because I'm
stop
just like,
run
listen,
them, go do the
we
interview
need to
and build
hold
up with
on.
Jamaican station
Listen.
them and with Jamaican people them.
And let's hold
Yes,
on
man,
to
I said-
our little culture that we have.
Yo,
Like not sitting over
we give
here.
so much reverence to them people.
What? Who?
Them people. Europeans.
yeah.
I'm just saying it was a
Listen,
real interesting article.
Nah,
actually.
well, at
It
the
was
same
really
time,
interesting.
it's been with black music in a whole.
You made it when you went to BBC.
You like-
You went to BBC. You made it.
You know what we done.
with black music in a whole, they try to divide.
You went to
They, know what I mean?
97, you
They
made
need,
it.
they always need somebody strong from each genre. If it's hip hop, if it's dancehall, reggae, if it's Afro beats, if it's souls or R&B, they need a top person that they can take and use. Either or, it's in every genre. It's not just reggae. It's not just dancehall. It's
Yo,
every genre.
I want to say one thing before we go to, cause a lot of old artists might come and attack. When do you get no chance and they will on the sell out tough. You see me I say? When you get no chance to defend the thing for a long time and none of them never do it.
Yo,
You see me? And that's why I reach where I reach now. You see me? See some people are going to run up their mouth.
nah, it's a lot of people.
And all of them sign contract and stop sing certain song and stop
Yeah.
do this and stop do that. Money over morality are going long time in our
Of course,
You're
of
right.
course.
You're
They
right.
want to make it work like
You're
a new
right.
school artist.
No, it's not just
You're
them.
right.
This thing go a long time.
Nah,
Like,
but at the
a
same
long
time,
they ain't music and I
but
watch them. I watch them.
this is a different type of sellout, though.
It's a different type, but I
Yeah,
see
you know what I mean? It's a different type.
It starts somewhere and end up somewhere
Yeah.
else. You feel me?
Yeah.
It grow, it expand, but it have to start somewhere.
Yeah, it has.
All them people that when they do their song, all them good dancehall song and when I get sing again.
It's like
Yes, man.
it's like
Think about it.
That's true.
Loki.
That's
Long
true.
time then do it.
Yeah.
Then decide to then not go do anything.
Yeah,
our
exactly.
music don't have
Visa
that
over
one.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visa over morality.
Yeah.
Not even
We
money.
need that one person.
I know none of them have visa.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yo,
They
it fuck
would give me no money.
I didn't like it's crazy, right? It's just a two thing, you know. Like people like do it for their job and then do it and then lose their job the next week. You
Yeah.
know? I see him thing, you know. People do it for visa, you know. They get the visa, you know. Then
That's
next year they lose visa.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Yo.
True. That's true.
Don't sell your soul, people, because them people they're not dependable where you sell it to. Man,
Yeah.
tell them I change your pound. No.
Yeah. Quick too.
Change your pound.
Quick.
We need just one person that's gonna
The wave
bring our culture.
Yeah, wave the banner and say, yeah.
We need
I win. Me put in
one.
an I win hand.
We need one
Hey,
artist,
bruh.
just one.
I win. Me put in an I win hand.
Futa can't do it by himself, people. We need one.
Listen.
Because right
Well-
now, Futa only one missing. First, hey, Futa risky dog.
Listen.
Yo, everybody I try bash foot, you know. Vegas, we say I try bash foot, you know. Vegas, you need to
The
relax yourself
man
too.
risk
Listen, bro.
everything. Futa risk everything. I'm not
Listen,
I
I
don't wanna
like
carry it right now.
you gotta stand up. You have to stand up for something. You understand? And I
Agreed.
feel like you know, we've been beating this dead horse this whole time and about this thing, and it's not going to change unless we stand up for it. You know what I mean? And somebody with great influence has to be a voice.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it can't be just from the fans. It can't be just from the people that's on the ground. It has to be somebody with great influence that can wave the banner and say, no, culture over this money thing.
Man,
You know what I
We
mean?
need just
It's gonna
one
be
person.
hard with the internet.
Just
It
one
is.
person.
It is.
Because if you go on the line, boy,
You're right.
it's impossible.
But we just need one person that say,
man.
you know what? Me not care. And
Yeah.
just take it. You understand
What?
me? That's real to lose it all.
We
or
going
risk it all.
we going
One big
way
one to
over.
one big one.
We
Yeah.
going way over time now, bro, and talking about
Long
this.
time.
And you know what I mean, I just hope that everybody just take what we saying you know, as our opinions, and not this have this big old belly over what we're saying. You understand? Because we're just speaking of how we feel, and we're definitely passionate about reggae music and dancehall music, and we
And
want to
Jamaican
protect it
culture.
and Jamaican
And our
culture.
culture.
And you
And-
boy white yardy boy.
Not you.
Oh,
Stop
God.
talking about Jamaican culture
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
You don't know about it.
Yo,
I'm
bro.
gonna finish his
Yeah, make
interview.
money off of it.
I'm
Move
gonna
on,
finish
go
his interview. I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish that.
On that note, so we gonna end it right here. You know, this is One Drop Podcast. You know, do subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Like
And comment. And you know, what I mean, if you don't agree, if you do agree, comment. Let us know what you
Yeah, have a
think.
whole conversation.
You know
Cuss
what I
me
mean?
in the comments. That's what I'm gonna say. Cuss me in the comments. Cuss me in the comments.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, we back in the building and we doing it, different, you know what I mean, trying to take these little conversations and what goes on in our culture and in our music and bring it to the forefront and let y'all know how we feel. So you know what I mean? You know what we say every day. Love.
Yeah, Loki Flex. Cyclone I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Get to the money, get to the cash. Yo, a Cyclone, you know. I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Chat.
Watch I wanna.